Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Nick Does Disney, and I'm super excited about today's episode because it's a countdown list, and it's all about something I love a lot in the parks, and that is the background music loops you hear. Now, music plays such a huge part in the overall experience in the parks, whether you're paying close attention to it or not. It sets the mood and the tone for all the lands, rides, and resorts. Now, on today's countdown, though, we are only focusing on current background loops, and I can make a whole separate list for loops that aren't even used anymore, and I'll probably do that in another video at some point. And today's list is only land and resort loops specific. No attraction ones, just lands and resorts. Again, that'll probably be a separate list in another video at some point in time, but today we're going to focus on the lands and the resorts. So without further ado, let's get this countdown started. Call me an old soul, but I love big band music, and the awesome big band loop that they play as you enter Hollywood Studios sets the tone perfectly for the park. It's a lot of Disney songs you know and love, but just done in a big band style. You'll hear renditions of A Friend Like Me from Aladdin, Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo from Cinderella, Hi Ho from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and many, many more. It, of course, goes perfectly with the Hollywood and the 40s theme the park is going for in that area, and the music totally brings me into that time period. It makes that feeling even stronger when you see the Streetmosphere actors walking around in their 1940s clothing as well. I absolutely love that. I mean, how can you not smile listening to this music while walking down Hollywood Boulevard? Every single time I walk into the Polynesian Resort, I'm instantly transported to some Polynesian island somewhere when I hear this music. It's totally old school, kitschy, Polynesian style tunes, but I absolutely love it. I mean, how can you not just be totally relaxed when you hear a ukulele play? Now, sure, I miss the fountain in the lobby and the smell of that water, but the music is something that hasn't changed much over the years, and I find myself listening to this music loop a lot when I'm back home in Virginia, and I just need to step back and relax when things get crazy. I can just put this music on, close my eyes, and it's like I'm just sitting in the lobby eating a nice Dole Whip, all while I don't have a care in the world. It's a super relaxing resort, and it has a super relaxing music loop to go with it. I just love, love, love this loop. Epcot is in a massive state of change right now. We are losing so many things in the Future World area of the park that have been there for many, many years. And even though the Interventions area of the park is going the way of the dodo bird pretty much, the music loop is still playing in that area, and I just love it. The music loop has been used there since about the mid-90s and is definitely sounding a little bit old, like it does belong in the mid-90s, but that's okay. Because even though in music terms it's completely old and outdated sounding, it still fits perfectly here and has a very nostalgic tone to it. And that's pretty much what Epcot has been over the past 20 years or so. A moment frozen in time. The area of the park is in need of some big-time updates as it evolves like it's trying to do now. And I know it probably won't be there much longer once all these changes have been completed, but I'm going to enjoy the heck out of this music while I still can, and I'll have it forever on my phone and my computer. I just love this loop, and I cannot get enough of it. This has to be one of the biggest tone setters as far as music park loops go. Of course, Main Street, U.S.A. is based off of Walt Disney's hometown back in Marceline, Missouri at the turn of the 20th century, and the music fits so perfectly. You know you're officially in Walt Disney World when you enter the Magic Kingdom, you walk under that train station, and you hear that music as you watch the trolleys go around, maybe catch a few moments of the Dapper Dans, and then turn the corner to see Cinderella's castle. It's just fun, lighthearted music that reminds you of a simpler time. It makes you just kind of want to slow down and enjoy all the awesome sights and sounds of Main Street, USA. I would love to just grab a treat from the bakery over at Starbucks or an ice cream from the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor and sit on a bench or the curb and listen to the music and take in all the sights and the sounds. It's a classic Disney World park loop, and it just never gets old to me. All right, this is hands down my favorite background loop of them all, and obviously it had to be number one. I love this one so much, I even have it as my ringtone on my iPhone. I just love everything about it. Now, the current loop has been the same since about 2004 and features futuristic versions of songs like Strange Things from Toy Story. There's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow and The Best Time of Your Life from Carousel of Progress, and Welcome to Tomorrowland. And for some reason, the music is even better to me at night when all of Tomorrowland is lit up in neon and you hear the music in the background. It's just so fantastic. I don't know what space music or futuristic music should sound like, but this is a loop I listen to many, many times a week when I'm not at the parks. And like all the other ones that I've mentioned before, when I turn it on, it's like I'm right back there standing in the middle of Tomorrowland or taking a ride on the TTA. It's just fantastic. Now, I know the parks are always evolving and change is imminent, but I really hope this is one thing that stays forever. So there you go, my top 5 background music loops in Walt Disney World. But what about you? What loops would make your list? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks again so much for watching. Have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. And thanks again for watching Nick Does Disney.